Tucson, Arizona. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie vanished from her home, leaving behind physical blood evidence and an agonizing 88-day void. The disappearance immediately commanded national media attention because she is the mother of Today anchor Savannah Guthrie. Based on the blood evidence left at the scene, former FBI profiler Jim Clemente provided a grim assessment. It is highly unlikely Nancy survived the initial abduction. While her family waited for any credible lead, the street outside their home transformed into a chaotic staging ground for cameras, reporters, and opportunists. From the very first week, the search for Nancy Guthrie was hijacked. The tragedy itself was quickly overshadowed by a multi-layered economy of exploitation. The most visible layer of this interference came from amateur internet sleuths. Content creators like Jonathan Lee Riches, operating the channel JLR Investigates, planted themselves outside the family's property, broadcasting live to hundreds of thousands of subscribers under the guise of fearless investigation. Riches is a convicted fraudster who previously spent 10 years in federal prison. He has a documented history of traveling to mass tragedies, including Sandy Hook, to impersonate relatives and insert himself into the narrative for attention. During one of his live streams from the Tucson crime scene, a viewer actually ordered a Domino's pizza for him. The delivery driver managed to walk right past a police perimeter up to the front door of the missing woman's house. These constant streams generated false leads and exposed police shift changes to the public. The harassment became so severe that Nancy's family had to install legal warning signs just to keep internet personalities off their property. This is clout farming.
It is a highly profitable, participatory industry that sacrifices a family's privacy and a neighborhood's peace for live stream donations. While internet personalities chased views on the sidewalk, others used the intense media coverage to launch direct financial attacks. This diagram maps a digital extortion attempt. Just 4 days after the kidnapping, a 42-year-old man named Derek Colella sent text messages to the family, demanding 12 Bitcoin for Nancy's safe return, despite having absolutely no connection to her disappearance. Authorities moved quickly on the digital threat, tracking the messages to California and arresting Colella on February 5th. He is currently awaiting a federal trial, which is set to begin on June 23, 2026. Predators saw a high-profile family in agonizing grief and treated it as an opportunity for a remote payday. But the fact that a pizza delivery driver could wander onto an active crime scene raises a much larger question about who was managing this investigation. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos has faced intense scrutiny for his department's early decisions. His office released the initial crime scene after just 48 hours and opted to send DNA evidence to a private lab, delaying full FBI involvement for months. Most alarming, reports indicate the sheriff's department granted reality television crews exclusive behind-the-scenes access to police body cam footage while the search was still actively unfolding. The Pima County Board of Supervisors responded with a unanimous vote to formally question the sheriff regarding his management practices, his ethics, and his prior work history. The board demanded sworn testimony to clarify his handling of the case and the department's resources. Through his legal counsel, the sheriff refused to provide sworn answers, arguing state law only obliges him to report on matters connected to the statutory duties of his office. When a local law enforcement agency prioritizes public relations and reality TV optics over investigative integrity, the result is a compromised search for the victim. 88 days have passed. Nancy Guthrie is still missing, and her disappearance remains buried underneath a multi-layered exploitation circus. Instead of dedicating every available hour to tracking down a suspect, the Pima County Sheriff's Department had to divert vehicles and deputies to patrol the family's neighborhood just to shoo away trespassing streamers. The true crime genre has mutated. It is now a participatory economy where authorities, digital grifters, and live streamers all extract value from a family's nightmare. With the Colella trial set for June and forensic evidence finally in the hands of federal authorities, the focus moves beyond a single suspect. These proceedings now put the entire industry of exploitation under the microscope.